no jama. So they were like, why are you sitting in the back alone? Come sit with us. And they would, Ujama loved sitting in the front, like right in the front, which actually helped because maths became my favorite subject in high school after that. So then I gelled with them, but we got along with most of the people that were within our class. But we were the Xhosa girls. We sat together. We had another friend, Osamza from Mount Frere. She was also Xhosa. So at school they used to call us the Xhosa squad. But we actually got along with most of our schoolmates as well.
Least favorite subject. Maths became your favorite subject, all right, because you were sitting in front. So there's a top tip there. If you want to be good at math, go sit in front.
Sit in the front.
All right. So least favorite subject in high school?
Accounting.
Accounting? How though? Because maths and accounting are pretty much the numbers, eh?
So what happened was in grade 11, so that's when I moved to Durban for grade 11.
Yeah.
For a good 6 months, we could not get a teacher. Then when we finally got one, we had to catch up with 6 months of schoolwork.
Yeah.
And that for me was such a struggle.
Yeah.
So I did not like accounting. And then when I left high school, kanti ngizohlangana nayo in varsity again because of the course that I chose, or actually the course that chose me.
Yeah.
And I then passed it with a distinction in varsity. I was like, what? It's not so bad, this thing, but I still don't like it.
Okay, there we've learned something new. She does not like accounting, but she does love money, though.
Definitely.
Which is a good thing. So, were you a sporty child in high school, primary school? Did you do netball, hockey, running, any of that?
So when I was in primary, I started off in Gladys King in Tata. Then we had to move to Somerset East. Then when I started sports, I hurt myself in netball, and I was like, I'm never going back.
Okay.
My finger was swollen for weeks. So I was like, I'm never
what
going back.
What kind of injury was this one now?
So I think I was catching a ball and I missed it. It hit me badly on my
for
finger.
For weeks you were swollen?
Yeah, I don't know if I think I kind of fractured my finger.
Maybe it fractured, yeah.
And then I was like, I'm not doing this again. And then there was swimming. And I did swimming when I was in grade 3 because my cousin was there. So she was in grade 7 and she would help me with my swimming. And then when she left the school, because she moved back in the Eastern Cape, then I stopped because it was an Afrikaans school, so it was not really easy to adjust. So then I kept to self, and then I stopped swimming. And then when I moved back to Mthatha, I did volley, and we used to play for Love Life.
Love Life?
So Love Life used to have sports teams. I did volleyball for them, and I started cricket. But my aunt was like, cricket makes you get home at 7 o'clock. We can't have that as a girl. So, I had to drop cricket and stick with volley.
You love the super tracker, man. Now I get it. Hi, Debza. Ask Princess Sans if there is a Prince Charming in her life. And if not, there is a Prince Charming here in Limpopo who wants to do the things that makes the thing. From,
wow.
Hey, which name is this one?
Madria.
Madichabachaba.
Okay.
Madi.
Choshi says it's Madichabachaba.
You're listening to Choshi. Don't listen to Choshi.
I love how...
Brafuno's reading it. Okay, we'll get the proper pronunciation of it. All right. I wanna just throw you off very quickly. We're still getting to know Madiataba. Madi. Ataba. Oh. From the mountain. Oh, nice. You just inspired me today, Sans.
Thank you.
It's beautiful,
Thank you so much.
I want to throw you off guard for a couple of seconds.
Okay.
Name 3 SA foods, South African foods, starting with the letter B. Go.
Banana. Bunches.
Bunches.
Oh, wow. Yo.
Bunches.
What else? Bread.
There we go. All right. Wow. So, we've concluded that Asanda hated accounting.
Yeah.
Right, but she loved maths.
Yeah.
And she's the only black person I know who can swim.
No, I can't really swim. It's horrible.
Oh, so what was
No, I can move in the water, but that was only grade 3.
Oh my goodness.
So it's a couple of months of just doing that, and then I stopped.
The subject that you wanted to study. So now we are out of high school. What subject did you want to study in varsity, and what did you end up studying?
I did, okay, so I wanted to do economics, and I
Okay.
did a year of economics at UNISA.
Okay.
But I realized then, because that's where I actually struggled with accounting in varsity.
Yeah.
And I did it the second time. I did it the first time, I failed it.
Okay.
But I passed everything else in the first
Yeah,
semester.
yeah,
I repeated my accounting in the second semester, and then I realized, no, I'm actually wasting time because
Okay.
it's distance learning, and I don't have a tutor. So what I then did was I dropped out after finishing my first year at UNISA.
Okay.
I passed my first semester accounting, but I still had to finish my second semester. So I dropped that out, and then I took a job at a call center to save up to get into DUT.
Okay.
So I had about 7-8 months of working to save up, and I was not getting paid a lot actually. But I saved up for my first year registration. I got into DUT. I wanted to do economics. They didn't have. Marketing was full, so I actually got to do management. That's what I
Business
studied.
management.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
So that's what I actually got to study. That's when I passed my accounting, and I was like, okay, it was better for me being in front of a lecturer because that's what helped.
What's your favorite color?
Ooh, I think it's white. White, black, and gray.
White, black, and
I was actually
gray.
trying to think if it's black or white first, but white, black, and gray are my
White,
favorites.
black, and grey. Those are our favorite colors. We're getting to know Asanda Matiwane a bit better. And after the break, we're going to talk all things DJing. We're going to talk all things motherhood. And we're going to talk all things Supa TV. So don't go anywhere. We're getting to know your daily breadwinner, Asanda Matiwane. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, it's Asanda Matiwane, aka Sans, aka your rich auntie. So please make sure to hit me up on my Instagram.
You are watching Supa TV, OpenView, channel 150.
Evolution Games present Football Studio. Join Izinja's game on Football Studio and leave Bafana Esh. Watch us play Football Studio on Supa TV, channel 150 on OpenView, or SMS Supa TV to 30978 and play it yourself.
Even Ishumi can change your life. Now ungapopa with Super Bets. Simply SMS Supa TV to 30978 and start playing.
You are watching Supa TV, OpenView, channel 150.
Hey, it's Asanda Matiwane, aka Sans, aka your rich auntie. So please make sure to hit me up on my Instagram.
Well, guys, we are still hanging out with the lovely Asanda Matiwane. We're getting to know her a bit better. If you have any burning questions that you want to ask her, 071-621-4746 is the WhatsApp line. Or if you just want to drop her and share some love with her, do that on that WhatsApp line. So,
So weird being on this side, hey?
is it?
Yeah.
All right. But you're doing well so far.
Thank you.
Let's talk all things motherhood. You are a beautiful mother to a beautiful
you.
daughter.
Thank you, Dish.
Doing an incredible job there. I want to know When you found out that you were pregnant, that must have been something that took you so off guard and that just completely shaked your whole world upside down.
It did. It definitely did. First, because I felt DUT was, I felt pregnant actually.
It was during
varsity.
Okay.
Because I felt like it was my second chance, to get my career right.
Yeah.
So when I felt pregnant, I wasn't ready. I was just like, I don't know if I can do this. And I told my then boyfriend that, okay, this is what's happening. And he was very, very supportive, right? I took 1 million pregnancy tests. I went to different doctors to make sure there's no mistake. And I just didn't know, like, how am I going to do this, right? But my family was very, very supportive. I was old enough to have a baby. I just need to clarify that. I just wasn't ready mentally, emotionally, and also just where I was in life because I was a student. But I think it went pretty okay because was it not my second year? Yeah. So I was pregnant in school, heavily pregnant. I think she'd always get excited when she kicked the most when I was in economics. But I did not slack in school actually, which was actually nice. I tried to stay very active during my pregnancy. And then my aunt was like, you need to concentrate on school, so I'll take over the baby. And I'm like, okay. She's like, this is it's not open for discussion. I'm gonna help you out. So it's like, okay, which actually really, because she's like, no child should grow up in a flat. So I was like, okay. And then I had baby at home. Okay, not at home, in KZN. And then I went home after giving birth. My aunt took over, but I'd go home like every 2 weeks. But it was, when it happened, eventually I think I got to accept it after about a month. I think about the first month I found out, I was like in shock, and also I'm a student, how are we gonna do this? But but after that, we bonded very well. And
and
gave birth
ultimately,
to a good baby.
How old is your daughter this year?
She's 8, turning 9 in July.
Sans, where did you meet OB?
At SupaTV.
At SupaTV, like, she's turning 9, your daughter.
She's turning 9 this year,
How does it feel, man? The pressures of having to work in this industry and the preparations and the hours that you put in, and then also you're a DJ. We'll talk about that in a few seconds' time. How does it feel now, after the stresses of the day and the craziness that happens? How does it feel going home to your daughter and she's just there, ready to open and receive you with arms wide open? How does that feel?
It's, sometimes you're like tired when you walk in the door, and then there's this person who just lights up. Literally, last night, she just lit up and she ran to me. And it's that. And I think there were times where before we changed our live hours, I used to get home really late. And I'd get home, there'd be like a note, I love you note on my pillow, or like she'd be telling me about her day. So she's a very, very affectionate child. And sometimes I'm just like, honestly, I really don't know what I'm doing right to deserve this. But whatever it is, I'm just grateful to God.
Children are just such a blessing, man. What? Right, let's talk all things DJing. When did that journey start for you? And do you remember the first time you had to play for people?
I do actually. So first time, so I'd always have this feeling, right? Like just imagining. And one day it just hit me, because I love house music. And also that's actually a different, house music saved me from when I was a kid. Radio saved me when I was a kid. So I fell in love with house then, and then I got back in touch with it when I grew older. And I remember in high school I used to listen to a lot of DYR, Durban Youth Radio, because they used to play a lot of house. So I really used to enjoy the Mkosi FM as well. And I actually got to work for DYR. Nice. So I used to imagine myself just playing music for people because of the way it made me feel. And then the one day, I'd broken up with my ex, the father of my child. A friend of mine from high school, who is now on Gagasi FM, Shemuhizi, he's like, yo, let's go out. I'm like, okay, cool, friend. Picks me up, we go out to a Yadini. That's so much fun. And there's a DJ who played such a great set that I was like, I don't know what he did, but whatever he did, that made me feel this way. I want to make other people feel that way. And that's when I decided that I'm going to DJ, and the reason why I'm doing it is that for that set, I lost myself. I forgot about everything, and I was just lost, and I was just so happy. And I was like, if I can make people feel like that, just one person in a crowd, I definitely want to do this. And then after that, I started searching for DJing schools or people that will teach me how to DJ. Bumped into, I got actually Ayanda, who was from Soul Candy, and he was like, no, I'm based in Joburg now. So, but there's a guy who I used to work with, Bashka. He's in Durban. So, and then he gave me Bashka's number. Bashka, I want to learn how to DJ. We met up with Bashka. I was such a mess at the time because he's like, so why do you want to play? And then it's like, your music. And I had such crappy music. I think I had like 10 songs. And he probably thought, what do you think you're going to DJ with 10 songs? Like, what are you doing? But we started there, and we did a couple of lessons, and then he was like, I can't teach you this. You need to learn for yourself because it's very practical.
Okay.
So, but he gave me the platform. There's a club in Durban on Florida that actually just opened the doors for me to actually do that. So that's when I actually first played. And on the night of my first gig, I had also been called to do a fashion show for my clothing line. So I literally ran for my clothing line, and I was a bit late for the gig. And when I got there, Bashka had started playing the set because it was on my time. So that day for me was just really amazing. And my friends actually helped me because they were modeling for me as well.
Wow.
So yeah.
And what? And you know, you should know Asanda. You know, she values her friendships, man. She values her relationships so much. So I need to ask you then. Supa TV comes along the way, and you get a call to come and audition for this channel called Supa TV. What's going on in your life at that time, and how has this experience been, and how has it changed your life?
Okay, so I'd had a before Supa TV, I had a really, really hard time, guys. I think 2019, 2018 were really, really hard for me. And then last year, we lose our younger sister. So a lockdown happens, just when I'm actually starting to get gigs. And I'm like, okay, I'm actually not gonna stress about this. Let me pack up my stuff, take a break, go home, spend time with the kids, my sister's kids and my daughter. Because usually anyways during holidays, the kids come to me, I look after the kids, we have a ball, right? So I'm like, okay, let me just go home. I get home only to lose my younger sister. And then I'm just like, okay, before I actually drown in darkness, let me get up, go back to Joburg, and all my sisters were actually back at home. Let me go back to Joburg, I'll figure it out, right? I get to Joburg, I literally get a job within a week, right, as a social media manager. It was a sort of part-time job. I did campaigns, and I was like in my element, right? And then literally about 2 weeks into it, I get a call, hey, there's a TV channel happening, would you like to come in for auditions? I'm like, definitely. I come through, and literally, I think everything just made sense from there. And yeah, I've never been happier in a job than I am right here.
Well, guys, she brings out the whole smiles and lights up the whole room whenever she walks in, just through here at Supa TV.
Okay.
And I am pretty sure that you enjoy her presence and you love her energy. I'm glad that you got to see this side of her, and I hope that going forward, you ask more questions, you get to know her, you follow her on her social media handle, which is?
At sans.za.
Right. So guys, coming up next is actually Asanda, and she's going to be super tracking. Don't go anywhere.
You are watching Supa TV.